Good morning, Year 9. I hope you're well and having a lovely day. Please could you write the date and the title of Skin, then complete the Do Now. Write down all the suggestions made by the people in the gallery about what Draioli should do. How does the picture present these people? How do you think Draioli is feeling as a result? Pause the video for 5 minutes to do this now. Draioli had no option but to take up the offer of the man with the canary gloves. How much do you agree? Make a list of all the reasons why Draioli had no options. Make a list of what else he could have done. Pause the video for 10 minutes to do this now. So agree and disagree. Agree. The crowd were menacing, so he wouldn't have felt able to leave. He couldn't go through with killing himself. The operation sounds risky. He would probably end up dead. The canary-gloved man offers him his best chance of survival, even if he chooses to kill him later. If he leaves the gallery, they may try to find him. Disagree. He could have chosen to go for the operation. He could have tried to leave the gallery. Pause the video now to make sure you've noted down all the agree and disagree points. Okay, so this is your tri-weekly evaluation question. Draioli had no option but to take up the offer of the man with the canary gloves. How much do you agree? So I'm going to give you the success criteria and skeleton structure on the next slide. So success criteria, you need to measure level of agreement, use reasoning, consistently use evidence, and clearly comment on how the reader views ideas. So this is a structure I'd like you to follow. Firstly, start with an introduction. I partially or entirely agree or disagree with the statement Draioli had no option but to take up the offer of the man with the canary gloves. Because? And then give a very brief summary of why you hold that particular position. Then I want at least 3 evaluation paragraphs. I partially or entirely agree or disagree that Draioli had no option but to take up the offer of the man with the canary gloves because, so you give your first reason. This can be seen through the quote, so you evidence it with a quote from the text. This shows that, so you're explaining what the quote is telling us and how it demonstrates your point, and then you can talk about the effect on the reader. This or develop your answer further. This develops that, or this makes the reader feel. So you're going to do 3 evaluative paragraphs. Do try and make them detailed. And then you're going to have your conclusion, which basically mirrors your introduction. Please do make sure that your position in the introduction and conclusion is the same. If you change your mind throughout as you go through, go back to the introduction and rewrite it, please. So your introduction and conclusion should mirror each other. And do make sure you leave enough time at the end to go back and check everything is consistent. So I would like you to spend 20 minutes to complete this now, and make sure, please, you upload it onto ClassCharts as a Word document, okay? That way I can use extracts from your answers during the feedback lesson. So pause the video for 20 minutes, do it in Word, please, if possible, and then upload it as a Word document. Do that now, please. Okay, so if you've got any time left, I would like you to do the reflection questions. What do you think Dahl is saying about people's values or morality in this story? And do you think it was a good ending? How could you have changed the story so that Draioli lived? Use any remaining time to jot down your ideas in response to these questions. And that's the end of today's lesson. Thank you very much. I look forward to reading your tri-weeklies, and I'll speak to you next time.